Hi everybody,
Hi.
welcome to Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast, episode 60. Yay!
We made it to 60.
Sorry, I was just adjusting the camera very slightly.
Oh, right, okay.
Made it 60. We also have some big news. We've reached 2,000 followers, subscribers, whatever you call them.
Thank you.
So thank you everybody.
If you're new here,
It's taken a while. We've been doing this for
nearly 3 years. But, you know, we love our followers, our subscribers. We love our little community, don't we? And we're grateful for every single one of you, every view, you know, every comment that you make. And it just really fills our hearts with, and makes it worthwhile doing this. I mean, no, as you know, we don't edit. It's just as it is. It's me and Joe chatting to each other for an hour and a bit. And we've got plenty to talk about today. So let's introduce ourselves, shall we, properly? So we're Twinset and Purl. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are knitwear designers. And we're twins. And we design together, knit together, chat every day about knitting.
and lots of other stuff too.
Yeah, and we've got quite a few things to talk about today. So we're going to start off with
a little bit of admin.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the weather.
Well,
also, if you do notice a difference, we've had to record this on Joe's phone because the new iPhone has this silly button that keeps being pressed by our tripod, and you can't stop it recording. So we have many bloopers of me going,
it's wonky.
it's on the button, it's pressing on the button. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
So we live in the UK, and if you follow any UK podcasters, you know that we talk about the weather a lot. We've had some very wintry weather this week.
And I happened to be on a mini break in London with my husband. We didn't actually see any snow. Quite a few people sent me videos of snow in London, but where we were, it was too early and it had all melted. You know, didn't stick.
It didn't stick.
We didn't see it.
We had big flakes.
But other parts of the UK have had lots of snow. And
the ground was too wet, I think, for it to stick in Bristol. But we had some massive flakes of snow. It was beautiful.
Being a disabled person, I hate snow. Walking with a walking stick
makes you nervous, does it?
It makes me. The floor's going to be slippy, and for me, a fall is not good because of my state of my spine. But I do like to look at it out the window. So, you know, once I'm home, it can snow.
Yeah, and now it's just raining today.
Yeah.
The forecast, I think, is for grey skies and rain all day.
And then it's going to be this warmer this weekend, and it's going to get cold again. But yeah, so that's the way things are.
And yesterday, I came over to Rachel's yesterday afternoon, and my husband phoned me on the way over, and he said, "What time are you planning to come back tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh, I hadn't really thought about it. You know, our friend's coming over, we're going for lunch, so it's probably going to be a bit later. Could it be after 5? And I was like, okay.
You didn't tell me this yesterday.
Okay. Well, it turns out that our parking permit needs renewing. And if I don't come back until after 5, he didn't have to do it till Monday.
Oh, right.
So it means that we get an extra couple of days on the end. So my very Scottish husband is planning his battle against Bristol City Council to get as many days out of his parking permit as possible.
The patriarchy. Yeah.
So I'm here for a little bit today.
That's fine. I like you. I like spending time with you.
So
yes. So a little bit of admin.
Yeah.
We had a giveaway last episode, I always say that, from a mixture of Stitch Fest Southwest and Yorkshire Yarn Fest. And we've added a few other little bits. So we shall show the prize and then we'll just tell you who the winner is. And I'm supposed to be looking up the comment, am I? what she would.
Because it was on my phone, so apologies. So this was the little pouch from Stitch Fest Southwest, and from there was a zip ball and a little mini skein, and then we also got 2 little mini balls of opal yarn and a Yorkshire Yarn Fest pouch, which has got a badge and a sticker inside, and then a pair of scissors. Now,
We need to tell you who the winner is,
and then they need to let us know where they live, obviously, so we can send them their giveaway. But the scissors can only be posted within the UK.
Right. So
They can't go to Europe either.
I don't know.
So anyway, there are problems with posting scissors abroad.
You don't. I haven't.
So.
When I've sent stuff to Europe, I don't think I've had to fill in a customs form like you do for America, as much as you do for America. Right. So the winner of the giveaway is Lindsay McGuire 5632, and Lindsay wrote, "Not sure it's my favourite thing to knit, but the best received gift is a pair of socks." Correct, Lindsay. People have started asking for a second pair now, so I either have to get quicker at knitting them or they will have to have shorties. Well, I think that actually, thank you for everyone who entered and commented. I think socks was the most popular thing to give away at Christmas, I suppose. So that will be coming to you. Just your name will be in the show notes. Sorry. The trials and tribulations of needing readers, isn't it? So your name will be in the show notes, and the best thing to do is to either DM me on Instagram or email me us at the podcast, and that
is all in the show notes.
twinsetandpurl@gmail.com. But all the information is down below, and all the information about what we talk about today will be down below as well, with links if possible to at least our patterns. Anyway. Right, so the next thing we need to talk about is the gift-along, which not many people are using the hashtag on Instagram. I don't know if people realise that if they're joining Ruth's Cowl, so that's coming to an end, 1 more month and a bit to go. T&P Year 24 is her hashtag, and if you're knitting our patterns, then I suppose people may be put off by the fact that I said they had to tell who they had to be a gift. Well, everyone who's joined in so far is gifting them to themselves, so
including me.
Yeah, and me. Well, no, mine are going to be a gift, but because of course I'm the
you're virtuous one.
And I did stipulate, I set up the cowl, so it's not like So, but please join in. Please post and tag, because we've got a really good prize, big prize at the end. So because this is going to be our last podcast before our next
silly woman.
It's going to be, we're not going to podcast for 3 weeks, probably, maybe 4 weeks. We're actually not going to podcast till next time. We'll be on our birthday.
Yeah.
Well, it may not be our birthday, maybe the day after.
Yeah.
We'll see how Jo is when she gets in. Well, she's driving, but
I'm not drinking, but I'm going out for lunch with my
she might be asleep
my
when she gets in. Sorry, I caught a cold at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. I apologise for the slight croakiness and coughing. So I don't have a cough, and I've been absolutely fine, apart from I snored in London apparently very badly. Anyway,
you were snoring in Yorkshire Yarn Fest.
So we picked a winner last time who won a pattern prize, and this time we picked a winner from Ravelry. Last time was from Instagram. And so the winner from Ravelry is ChappieKnits, and they
knit a one skein Morris for themselves.
So we are sending you, if you get in touch, this lovely skein of yarn. So we were gifted these to the podcast to give away from Boz Castle Yarns. That's their symbol. And she has some beauty. She's on Etsy, I think. Maybe she has one. I think it was Etsy I looked at. Anyway, she has some lovely, beautiful colours. The purples and navy and yellow. So get in touch with us, ChappieKnits. This skein will be coming to you wherever you are, and a lovely one skein project with it. But definitely check out Boz Castle Yarns. We also were gifted some yarn at the same time, which we talked about in past episode. Can't remember when it was.
I'm going to sneeze.
And so I think in the new year we're going to knit with them, aren't we?
Yes.
And then we can talk about them again. So this is the lovely colourway called Mussel. The shellfish, not the mussel. And so yeah, get in touch and that will be coming to you. And then we will now show you the prize that you will be getting.
The main prize.
Yeah. So get all your, there doesn't have to be FOs, it's whips. It does finish on Christmas Day, so if you're gifting them, we hope you finish them by Christmas Day. But yeah, any of our if you're knitting any of our patterns, just join in the chat and
win with a chance
yeah.
to win.
And so it's another skein of yarn from.
So you were saying whips? You mean you don't have to finish it to be in with a chance to
just it's all about the joining in.
Can whips join?
Yes, why not now? I mean, you might have started it in November anyway. But yeah.
Sorry if I banged the table then and made the
We specifically talked about one skein projects like a pair of socks or one skein shawls, but obviously some people might be knitting a Simon as a gift or things like that. So Ruth has knitted it. Yeah, Ruth is such a fast knitter. And anyway, yeah, so we will be picking a winner randomly on
between Christmas and New Year, and then we'll be announcing it next.
So this is the prize. So you showed the bag last time because we bought it at
Yorkshire Yarn Fest, and it's gorgeous. I was noticing when I was carrying it in how the gold bits really doesn't show up on here, but in real life that is really sparkly. Yeah.
And then there's
like little touches, like the polar bear has got a sparkly ear.
It's very cute
really
material.
Cute. Really lovely material.
And then there's this lovely skein of yarn called Gorse and Granite from Boz Castle,
which kind of goes.
It does.
I thought I picked that because it went well with the
and then
bag.
we had a little. These were donated to us for prizes by Unwrapped Yarn. There's her Christmas set of stitch markers. There's a little star hiding behind the rocking horse.
They're like Scandi, aren't they?
Yeah. There's a lovely little bird and a tree and a star. I can't see the star. So those are part of the gift. I mean, I know it's going to be after Christmas, but you know. And then a little thing to keep in your notions pouch, reminding you how to graft. So Kitchener stitch, basically. So that's.
And you need that for one of my FOs if you fancy making it.
Yeah. So that's lovely.
Yeah.
Prize. So maybe put everything inside the bag.
Yeah.
And then.
You're so bossy.
I am. You've only known me all your life.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'm drinking out of my almost Christmassy mug, which is Sweaters, Emma Bridgewater, and Sophie gave me this, and she had my name put on it.
Oh.
So
Sophie from Botanical Yarn.
yeah,
Don't know.
she loves.
There's another reference to Sophie in a bit.
She loves Emma Bridgewater. Right. So, what's next? I've had a pattern come out, and my FO was the pattern, so I haven't got them with me because they're with Bird Street Yarn, but the Aperitivo socks came out last weekend. Is it just last weekend? Yeah, they had a trunk shirt
at Oxford Yarn
yeah,
store.
and we'll be showing you some. I don't know which. If I show you, it's going to be a reel. So let's try that one. So that's the beautiful yarn.
And those are the socks.
And those are the socks that Claire modelled lovely for me. So yeah, so they will now. They were on a discount, but they will go into the podcast.
And I've noticed that
bonus.
quite a lot of people have been using the podcast bonus.
So we have had new subscribers. So yeah, so if you buy any of our patterns, just the code is in the show notes every time. So just feel free to use it. And at the moment, all the ebooks are in there as well, and I'm just going to leave them in there. If you're willing to buy an ebook of 8 patterns of mine, then you can have an extra 20% off. So yeah, so those they did do okay.
That came out last weekend.
And
it's lovely. It's a beautiful pattern.
I think I'll have to
knit
another pair.
Everybody knows that I'm not a patterned sock knitter
anymore,
but we'll see. There might
that one you did like.
Yeah, there might be some that will.
Excuse me. Yeah, so that pattern was out last week,
and then it's not next weekend at all. Is it next weekend?
29th, 30th, 1st. Yeah,
the 1st is Sunday.
Yeah,
we're gonna put on sale.
To have these on.
Yeah,
but
so which way round do you want to do it?
Well, whichever way around you do it like, but you've got a small head.
Okay, so I was actually going to show them before we put them on.
Okay.
Because so in February last year, no, it wasn't actually. To go to Norway.
Yeah, it was a year ago.
I made
this one.
And it was very handy because you could see me wherever I went.
Yeah, couldn't lose that.
So I knit that, and then for Unravel in February.
Yeah,
we did a version. I knit a version for Sophie in bright pink.
That was her birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then I knit a smaller version in mohair and botanical yarn, and I took it to Unravel, and she took it off me and had it on the stand.
Did never see it again.
And I never saw it again. So I've knit this. So there's a shorter, long story short, long story long. There's a shorter version in the pattern and a longer version in the pattern. So whether you want slouch or whether you want slightly less slouch.
So Sophie had the pattern.
Sophie had the pattern, and now we're going to put it up for sale in our shop. It's basically DK, so DK weight, mohair and fingering, or DK, and it's the pattern that's on the Sophie Cowl.
I can't believe that you did that tail yarn with the blue, with the cobalt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This yarn is herd yarn, which is they only come in natural colours.
The ribbing is so gorgeous. My ribbing always looks a mess.
And it's
single 1 by 1 ribbing.
Yeah, this yarn's beautiful. Woolly wool, but lovely. And I wear this one a lot.
How should I put it on?
So it's got like a toe head.
That's how people wear them.
Yeah.
Not me, obviously, because I don't need my head to look any bigger.
Anyway, this is the Sophie hat, and it will be in our store from the 1st of December with a little discount. And yeah, I hope you like it.
So it's gonna be Friday, isn't it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday's the best days to do it.
Okay, whatever. 29th.
So this Friday.
Yeah. Cool. Nice with mohair, nice without mohair.
Yeah, it's lovely. I'm not 100% sure it suits me. But
yes, it does. Anyway, who cares? Cold, you want a hat?
Normally just
if you're cold, you want a hat on, don't you?
Put it on like that.
Looks fine. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I think everybody looks a bit weird with a hat on.
beautiful. It's so soft as well. It's lovely.
And you got a free hat.
I know. Thank you. Do you know, I didn't take a hat with me to London to buy one. Can't believe it.
No, can't.
Mark was like, can't you knit one? It's like, not
So
overnight.
Well,
I know, but you'd have to go and buy some yarn.
and needles. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be more expensive than buying a hat. Although you did want a cashmere
I
one,
wanted
didn't
the
you?
cashmere one, but I went no cashmere because I couldn't be doing with the comment, so I didn't do it. And then he went and bought me a new ring for much more than a cashmere hat.
Yeah, but he obviously values that more than a
He
cashmere.
does, yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about your rings. What's next then? FOs?
Yeah, because we haven't got.
I've got 2.
I've got none because mine were the Aperitivo socks that were not
So-
here.
Showed you this last time, and the pattern.
Had you were knitting that when we were at
Yeah.
Yorkshire Yarn Fest?
And this has been updated in my.
So
in the pattern.
Cecil, if you bought Cecil,
Yeah. So this is the Cecil Cowl,
you'll have the pattern.
and I've knit this one with Alpaca 2 in black from Isager, and
It's a very good black, isn't it?
yeah, 3. I haven't brought the yarn with me. 3 colours of mohair in a very pale. It's not white.
Oyster, we decided
Yeah.
it was called.
A curry colour and a teal. And I just love it.
Yeah, it looks so good on.
And I love it with this jumper as well.
Oh, you haven't said what you're wearing.
Oh yeah,
I haven't talked about.
we will in a bit then. So in a minute I'll tell you what I'm wearing. But this is the Cecil Cowl, and he's been added to the pattern. So if you'd seen Cecil and you liked it, but you thought it was a bit big and didn't really want a shawl, this is now in the pattern.
And you can just make a cast one on and join in the gift along.
Yeah. And everybody who had the pattern already has had an update with the instructions in.
Yes, because
And a few more pictures of me wearing it.
So thank you to. I haven't replied to anybody, but thank you to all for the emails saying thank you.
Oh right, I didn't realise that.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
No.
Lots of people are very grateful.
Right. So Rachel's not wearing any homemade stuff, but I'm wearing my Felix. So this is a fingering weight version of a raglan with the Felix lace down the raglan.
And you put a project page up, didn't you, on Ravelry?
Did I? I definitely sent the instructions to a friend of ours. I don't know if I put a project page on Ravelry. But I knit it using a woolly knit cone of British merino in, what colour was it wearing? Something gold. But there's when I was knitting it, there's obviously on the podcast. And I worked out how deep I got with one repeat, and then I worked out, and I used numbers from one sweater and the pattern from another pattern. I wore it the other day.
It's pilly.
I've worn it 2 or 3 times. It is soft yarn though.
Yeah. It's a beautiful colour.
Yeah. And often you need, like the first time you wear something, it pills, and you need, once you depill it, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
My depiller needed charging, and it's all just too much effort. And you know how these things get, and I was like, I was only at home wearing it. But no, I love it, absolutely love it.
The lace is lovely.
Yeah.
So the yarn, does it when you block it?
Yeah.
I must remember to, you're going to take it with you, my Chris.
Yeah. Right, so that was my one FO. And then the other day I was talking to you, and I was like, I really wanted to cast on this. I've wanted to make an Alpine Bloom Hat for a long time, and what I wanted to do was have the colour work in a solid and the background in a variegated, whereas most of the ones I've seen have had the colour work in a spin cycle, so it changes, colour changing. But I just really love
Hold it the right way up and hold it a bit closer because you can't see the variegation. There you go. The ribbing is, it's very nice.
And it needs a block because it's a tiny bit small for my small head. I did knit it on needles that were smaller than she said.
And you do want
I like a tight cap.
Because Jo likes to wear it under a hood.
Yeah, because I walk everywhere in Bristol, and when you've got a hood, you need a bit of warmth around your ears.
I find
but it
that my
definitely
hood stays up better
when you've got a hat
when
on.
I've got a hat on. Cause,
but yeah, it definitely needs a little bit of a block. But anyway, I'll show you the yarns. I just went through Stash, and I used this one for the colour work, which is a Regia Premium Merino Yak 4-ply, in the colour 07514, and it's this gorgeous dark greeny teal colour. And then I was looking through my stash and I found this skein it's Merino Singles, and it's from the Lonely Knitter. I think it might have been out of their bargain bin
when we went to Waltham Abbey.
Yeah, there's the Lonely Knitter's label, and the colourway is Unfaithful Lover, Long Since Dead. So I don't know if that's a reference from something.
It must be,
but I don't know what it is. But it's this beautiful.
If you know, let us know.
It's not really is it variegated or
No,
is
it's
it
like speckled.
speckled? And then, but that goes so lovely with that.
It does. I think you need a pair of mittens.
I don't think I'd wear mittens. I was thinking that I was going to weigh it and see if I had enough to make a Simon, but it might be a Simon Cowl.
Yes.
I think that'd be gorgeous. Or a John Cowl.
Yeah.
So I cast this on Thursday evening after work.
Yeah.
And I finished it last night.
Quite late.
But it's so addicting. I went to the hairdressers yesterday and sat and knit this while I was having my dye was setting. Yeah, I just think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very good. I might have to do the autumn alpine sweater.
Yeah, the 4-ply one.
Yeah, because I did the
tea.
I did the tea, but I think I might need a.
Did you wear it?
Yeah,
All right.
cool. I've worn it a few times. I like it I like the tea under a blazer as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really liking this yarn, and yeah. So this might be a gift for somebody. I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna get a balloon and give it a block, and then
I've got some balloons. 50 for my 50th. Some balloons.
Oh right. I don't know if I've got a balloon.
Excuse me a second.
I don't know if I've got a balloon. So we'll have to...
Are you going to talk about festival? When are you going to talk about that?
After Crochet Corner.
Okay. And did you bring the books that you bought? Other one?
Oh no, they're up there. You had them.
No, they're just by in the living room. I
Oh,
showed
right.
them you last night.
Right, the other books I bought at Yorkshire Yarn Fest, we'll talk about another
because they're new.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've got a hoe.
I've got a hoe as well. You finished a sock?
Yeah.
Surprise! I almost said a word that would make this not friendly for children.
Surprise!
I'm putting mine on the blocker. because mine is stupendous.
You'll find mine is stupendous too.
Yes, it is. When did you do that?
Just
And cast on the second one. Whoop whoop. People. Right. So yours is. I could have got the other blocker for you.
that's right.
Excuse me. The surprise was better. The surprise on the podcast was better than telling me that you needed a block.
Yes.
You laughed every bit. I couldn't help it. I'm so sorry. Happens to the best of us. Right. Show your socks first then.
No, show yours on the blocker and then take
Okay.
yours off the blocker
Okay,
and I'll
okay,
put
okay,
mine
okay.
on the blocker.
Look at this. Wow. So these are my Jomo
It
socks.
looks huge.
I did extra repeats.
Ah, right.
So it's a free pattern on Ravelry, and the yarn is Ventures in Yarn Craft. I showed it last time I'd started them. In the colourway Sunrise. That's her thing. And it was 2 gradient sock set, 2 50-gram balls. And Jomo socks do have quite a long cuff, which maybe I could have shortened because I did add 2 extra cable repeats to the leg because I wanted to use as much of this yarn as possible. And so the tip, so we've kind of gone into greens, but it's going back. So I had a little bit left. I don't know if it's in here yet. Yeah. And it's going back to the colour at the top. So I figured it's, well, not figured it, that's the length I need for size 6. But, yeah, so then I started the second one, and obviously that's running down the outside of that leg. And so this one is going that way. But I've got done like 4 repeats or something. I've just done the 4th cable. No, 3. But that was
gorgeous.
Yeah. So I kind of, when I show you something else in a bit, you'll know what I've been knitting on. Yeah. So the first week was I have been knitting a lot on socks, and no, I'm not gone. Oh my goodness. Apologies, people, for our boggly fun.
And this is my sock. So it's the broken rib from Colin all over, and I don't know if I prefer it to a vanilla. I haven't worn this on yet, so I might prefer wearing it.
Yeah.
And I do a slip stitch heel and a little bit of garter, which I really like because the stitches pick up really well from it.
Oh, you took it to London.
No, I didn't.
I didn't. Oh. You're taking your spaceman.
The new design.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I've done a cast the second one on. I was going to wind some yarn that I've had for a long time, some Bird Street Christmas yarn, and I thought just get on and finish those blooming socks and then cast on the Christmas one. And when I got it out of the bag, I'd actually done 40 rounds on the foot. I only had 6 rounds to go in the toe.
Oh my god.
Just get on with
I
it.
know, it's like
woman.
you put it away thinking, you know.
Yeah, and last time we talked about we're going to put it on a hiatus because we wanted to move on to Christmas socks. And it's like, well, I'm going to have to get the flexi flips out of it anyway. Just finish it.
Knit the second one.
Knit the second one. So I'm doing 30 minutes a day.
Very well done.
Yeah.
So my socks are living, blockers from Unwrap Jar. And my bag is my Christmas hedgehog or winter hedgehog from Conchita
And my
Prella,
bag,
who's Butternut Handmade.
yeah, and my bag is my
Oh,
Little space boys and girls from Bird Street.
it's lovely.
Yeah. I love them. Right. So yeah, surprise.
Well done, Jo. So, have you got any? What more? Have you got more socks?
I've got whips now.
Shall I do the socks?
Yeah.
And then, so I think I had finished Dad's, the first sock of Dad's, hadn't I?
Yeah. Oh no, you you were kind of kitchen of the toe. You still haven't kitchen of the toe.
No. I probably won't do it till I get to the toe of the other one because then I'll need the DPMs. So I literally haven't done much on it at all. I've done that much of the second one. So they are on 30 minutes a day as well.
How much can you get done in 30 minutes? 10 rounds?
20?
20 rounds?
Yeah.
Wow.
I once knit a foot coming home from Bristol. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, but they are cute little stitched up. I'm using stitched stoppers on all my.
I'm using. No, I didn't have any on there, but it's a bit difficult on flexi flips because you need 4.
So,
and also they don't really fall off.
I've talked about those before. They're using Sterile Craft head over heels. Colours of the world, spice of your life. So I've talked about that quite a lot in the past. It'll be in the show notes, and it's living in my bee bag. Dolly hot dogs, which we love. Dolly hot dogs, don't we?
And we talked a lot about it last time.
We did, yeah. And then, surprise, in my Christmas bag from Botanical Yarn, which is
She needs
gorgeous.
we need some mugs of that, I think.
I know. It's beautiful, isn't it? What's in here? So it does look like I haven't done much.
Does it?
Well, no, I haven't finished the sock yet, but this I'm showing you because the pattern is very likely that it will be out before the next podcast. So these are with Bird. These are going to be called Christmas at Bird Street, and they have a folded cuff with sequins on the fold, and then this pattern lace. It's like a lace and a little cable. Looks like Christmas garlands, I thought. And then you hold the sequins. I haven't got them here actually. It's the Cosmos, the King Cole Cosmos.
Multicoloured with the gold.
Yeah, with the gold, like gold rainbow. I think it's called Stardust. I'm not sure. And then they're just a plain. They're going to have a plain foot. And then my plan was to knit a plain pair with the pattern all over, and also do a shorty pair with some new sequins that I've got, but there's just not going to be time. So obviously you can vary it. You can do it without the sequins. You can, use whatever you want to zhuzh it up. But I thought it'd be nice for the pattern to be out in December, beginning of December-ish.
Yeah.
So that people could knit them for Christmas, in time for Christmas. So yeah. So Christmas at Bird Street. Look for them on Instagram. Very simple pattern. Looks more complicated than it is. And,
as most patterns actually.
Yeah. And yeah, they will be. That's my priority anyway, is to finish those and get the pattern out.
So the other thing I've been knitting on,
My amazing testers,
is a new design. And talking of Bird Street,
it's with Bird Street.
yeah. And so when the John shawl has been such a success, everybody's been loving it, much thanks to Claire and John for promoting it, and John for wearing it. Every time I've seen him since it was finished. He's been wearing it. But I thought we can't leave Claire out, so
Claire's joined the family.
we designed a Claire shawl. So this is it's halfway through. This is the Claire shawl. So she has an element of John, but then a little bit of lace, and she's in this beautiful Surrey alpaca and fingering weight combo.
Mallow.
It's mallow and tamask. Is that how you say it?
Tamask. You got the van.
I think that's how you say it.
I was going to say tamarind, but it's not.
Tamarisk.
Cloud.
So mallow is this very pale, almost grey pink,
Yeah.
and then tamarisk is a bit pinker,
Beautiful.
ballet pink,
Oh, I like your
and
marker.
yeah, so it's got a similar vibe to John, but it's a bit more delicate, a bit more Claire.
Yes. And you're using your lovely.
So the stitch markers
So
are
fun.
from Mammy. I got my Mammy and Florrie. Oh, and the unwrapped bunny.
It's beautiful, Jo.
Yeah. So this will be, the pattern will be coming out. Well, we need to be tested.
Yeah.
So there'll be a call for that in the next couple of weeks,
Yes,
I
middle
think. Beginning of December. Maybe, the only problem is I'm going on holiday.
Do it when you get back.
Yeah. So if people are ready to test.
Depends if you're ready. If the pattern's ready, you could have them do the call the week you're away, and then start it when you get back.
Yeah. So I have to pop some stuff on Instagram. So yeah, so just watch this space if you fancy testing. And obviously you could knit it in.
I'm going to knit mine in figgy.
You could knit it in 2 skeins of fingering. You wouldn't need Surrey. You could knit it in 2 skeins of Surrey if you wanted.
Yeah, beautiful.
You could knit it in minis. You could knit it in whatever you want.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's so soft.
And it's really light because of the. When you knit something with Surrey, you obviously have the weight of the.
Yeah.
Of the.
So this is going to be the sample up for Bird Street.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right. So yeah. So that's what I've been knitting on, and I showed it to Claire last weekend at the trunk show. I
don't think she quite understood. It was.
Yeah.
Right. For her.
Yeah. But anyway, she knows now. So I've been knitting it in secret so that I haven't put anything on Instagram so that people. But I'll just show you up close before we put it away.
It's lovely.
Cool. Yeah. So that's, and then the rest of the time I've been knitting on a new design with Nellie that we're doing with Nellie and Eve.
That is going to be top secret.
Yeah, I showed the yarn on Instagram, and that I'm hoping I'll be doing the test call. Well, I might describe it and get people to join rather than showing it on Instagram. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that we definitely should do that, and I think that people who test knit for you, or know that they would
enjoy it. So we'll describe it and just show the yarn, and then people can. Yeah. I mean, we probably only need 5 testers to be honest. But anyway, that will be coming later in December, around the middle of December. Yeah. So
should we be doing two test calls at the same time? Test knits at the same time.
Well, the one possibly going to start in January needs to be done for Unravel. That's when we're going to launch the Nellie and Eve one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It is a tad more complicated than the Bird Street one.
So,
is this your last whip?
My last knitting
whip.
Yeah. Killing it every damn day. We went to the Bird Street Trunk Show at Oxford Yarn Store, and I bought some yarn, and Sally, lovely Sally Trump, who came and got me as well.
The inside of that bag is amazing.
I know. I've been using it like I've got a yarn bowl. Like that. That's the inside. Wound my yarn for me at the Oxford Yarn Store. So I could not. This just stole my heart. And
it's an oldie but a goodie,
and that is not showing it off to its glory. It's much more orange than that. Pardon me. It's old number 7 on their merino mohair base, which is definitely luxe. So if you want to hold that one, that is old number 7.
That's more a colour, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is crema from their coffee range, barista range, on the same yarn. And I
think old number 7 was one of the first yarns I ever had from them.
So we'd literally, on Sunday, Mark and I were going to London, and we found out that the trains were not running properly. They were running to Reading, and then you had to take, and the tube wasn't even running all the way to Paddington. It was just ridiculous. So Sally kindly drove us to Wimbledon tube, and we got the tube to Paddington, and it was all fine. But we packed before I left, and I ran in the house and I grabbed a new needle and I cast on a Simon. And this just shows you, this is all I've wanted to knit on. I have knitted on the other things because I have to, but I'm just nearly finished section 2, but I didn't actually get much knitting done in London. So it's beautiful. Just gorgeous. And it's this yarn is, if you can get your hands on some, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want some bean. Did you have bean?
Bean was what I knit.
Was it dark? Really dark?
Brown.
Yeah. I'd like it on the yak, on the yak base actually. But that's daydreaming for you. Yeah, so it's absolutely stunning. This is my 5th. So Simon number 4 has unfortunately fallen by the wayside for Simon number 5. So
why are you liking this one? You don't like the yarn so much?
It's difficult to knit with the merino lace for some reason. It gets caught, the stitches kind of meld together, and you have to pay a lot more attention to it. Yeah, I don't know. This is just gorgeous, so lovely to knit with, and yeah, I just want to do more and more and more and more and more. Yeah, so just about to finish section 2. Let's start section 3, and this is also. Are we going to show them?
I didn't bring mine, so you show yours.
So I bought 2 things actually. I kind of added to.
Do you want to take it off?
Yeah. Good idea.
Fiddle-faddling around. That's a really cute pocket.
Yeah. It's a hidden pocket in the bag. There's a little pocket there. Right. So this is 2 together. So you bought, so there was that one.
You can't see it.
Oh.
Oh, come on, get it together, woman.
So I've been using, these were Christmassy ones, and I've used, there's a heart, which is on here, and other thing. There were 5, I think, on that one. And then there was also this one. Oh no, that's part of that one.
That's lovely. I like that.
And then this one was a pink flower, a blue. They're the ones that Sophie's just launched.
It's a snowflake.
It's a snowflake, not a flower. Anyway, Sophie has just launched. There was pink, red, blue, and a clear one. A set of minis to match. Yeah, with unwrapped yarn. I don't know what my problem is today.
I do.
What's my problem? And just me.
You didn't. I woke you up too early, and you didn't go back to sleep.
Yeah. I went to sleep early last night as well. I was asleep by midnight. Anyway, they are gorgeous. Definitely, and she's got even new. She's
got the one on necklace.
Yeah,
and all sorts. It's beautiful.
If you watch Sophie's Botanical Yarns podcast, you'll see Sophie and Fiona were wearing theirs. And last night, Claire Unwrapped Yarn had a new update of new stuff. So amazing, just little gifts and things like that.
If you've got a knitter, if you want to buy a gift for a knitter, I would recommend.
Yeah, she's just the way she thinks, just beautiful things. And we have to say a big thank you as well for giving a prize for the podcast. And it was lovely to see Claire at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. And
we're hoping she might be making us some.
Oh yeah, little things to give away.
Yeah, some T&P merch.
So if you've got more knitting, shall I do crochet corner?
I've got Crest of a Wave to talk about.
Do you want to do that first?
Can do. So we had a query on a comment on the podcast from a lady who has just started knitting Crest of a Wave, which was one of our my first patterns. And I
forgot yours was green.
Whether I would write it differently now, I don't know. But the pattern describes. I could do with a bit of wash.
Do you want to update it?
Update it. But it's basically you start down the bottom and you increase until you get this garter border. And then you start the lace chart.
Oh, so she hasn't even got to the lace?
No. I think that maybe I will need to do it. People have managed to knit it, but it's just...
But she also, if she doesn't use charts, then it might be quite...
It's written as well, it's charted.
I don't really know what her problem... She didn't reply. I said, can you... We don't really talk about the patterns.
I replied, you didn't reply.
Oh, right, okay.
I replied and said, if you can wait, we'll talk about it on the next podcast.
Right.
If you can't wait, get in touch, either on Instagram or email. Right. And I haven't heard from her, but anyway, I think this is for anybody who's knitting a Crest of a Wave. You get to here and you've got 23 stitches before you start the lace. 20 of them form this border. 3 of them form the first one.
The very beginning bit of the...
The first one you knit front and back, and then you knit one, slip one for this edge. And you've got a marker for those 2 stitches, and then I put a marker in to mark where these stitches are. Because as you get up through the lace, on the reverse side, those 2 stitches are knit, these are purled, these are knit. And I've seen one finished object on Ravelry where the person's got this in stocking stitch.
Right.
Because they've obviously purled all the way across.
Right.
Not that matters if you like that, but it's meant to be in garter. So you basically get your 23 stitches, you knit 20, and then you follow the lace pattern.
I think you need to put this pattern on a present.
Okay. So with your 23 stitches, you knit 20, and then you follow the lace pattern in the pattern. I put a marker after 20 stitches so that on the way back
You know to knit.
you know to knit, and you get this eyelet all the way up.
Yeah.
So hopefully that is enough information to get you going on from where you're stuck. I'm not sure, if I get a chance I might edit the pattern slightly, but hopefully that's helped you. And once you get going,
And we don't really do like video tutorials or anything.
But once you get going, you know, you just follow on the next lace pattern. The increases mean that you've got the next lace pattern.
Yeah, next
Ready.
scallopy bit
Yeah.
to start.
And then you just, each time you knit, you join in the next lace.
And
with the
this is lace weight.
It's like, I think it's 350. No,
I definitely did mine with Coast. Yeah, 350 grams.
50 grams.
Yeah. And then you wear it like this, which is not a shape that you like to wear anymore, is it?
Not really, no. Lots of people were doing this shaped shawl at the time.
Yeah. There is the crested wave cowl as well.
And the bandana. That could go on a crescent. If you really
I
wanted it.
knitted my crested wave in that back and
Yeah. Anyway, apologies if that was a bit rambly, but hopefully that's given you enough of a hint to get you going.
And if not, get in touch with Jo.
Please get in touch
with your specific question.
Yeah. Message me on Ravelry or on Instagram, and I will get in touch. Cool. Now over to
crochet.
cool.
So I, unfortunately, which next week I am going to try really hard to do the others, moved on to something new. Well, it's something I've talked about before. So I had, through for the crinkling, I had all these
You really carry all that home?
I don't know, this stays at the house.
Oh right.
Well, that's so these are the mini, this is the, I think actually that one, that way round.
How about you show it that way?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of fades, and then I'm on the green bundles. So I bought them to actually stop. She released one each quarter, so I wasn't going to have an advent, and bought them with a specific.
Right.
Yeah. So I am doing a scarf in the round crocheted, so a long thin scarf with ribbing to start with. So I cast on 120 stitches and I did 2x2 ribbing for a whole mini, and I cast off, so I did cast off in the mini in the ribbing colour, and then I started the crochet, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, so similar to the green cowl that I've been doing. And I'm just about to start my third, well, I just started my third mini of, so you can kind of see it's a bit blocky, colour blockier than I thought it was going to be, but when it's more, it shows up more on camera than in real life, I think.
So you wouldn't fade it like you would in knitting, do you?
No, I didn't. Well, I could have done that.
Yeah.
But I haven't.
Right.
But I like it. And then this one is...
Are you getting as much length out of each mini as you thought?
Yeah, I'm getting about 4 inches.
Right.
And I've got 22 in the thing, and then the last one will be...
Yeah, but that's about 4 inches
Yeah.
too. Oh, that's slightly more even.
Yeah. So that's the next one, and then I've got those 2. And they lead into...
So 25 times 4, 24 times 4 is 96. So it's going to be 96 inches long. Nice.
Yeah, so then we lead into those ones. And I'm just doing it... I did quite a lot of that in London, actually. Those are 2 of the stitch markers from the different sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a disc with goldy bits in it. Anyway, yeah, so that's going to be kind of... I was thinking I could get a mini done a day. And I'm hoping it's going to at least loop round and be...
At the minute it looks like a sleeve.
It does. The maker. A shrug. So yeah,
Cool.
so that's...
Enjoying that?
Yeah, so I'm going to probably show it on here when I finish a pack.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know, we know how Jo gets with
Excuse me.
boring crochet. So we're gonna, so I won't, no, but it is very simple. I understand that people don't need to know that I did double crocheting. So I will,
I think you could show it every time to show your progress.
yeah.
Just don't talk about all in depth every time.
Yeah.
Just be like, well,
So I'm using this lovely like bag I got from L'Occitane,
oh, that's
which is really
gorgeous.
sparkly. Can't see it on the. There's got gold thread and everything. In it. Keeping it. That's what I take out with me, and then it's living in this beautiful bag that Claire from Bird Street sent me as a prezi, specifically for Crochet Corner. Keep my crocheting. So
Lovely.
yeah, and that's it. It's very vanilla therapy, you know, just sitting there. I did it on the tube. There's a lady knitting socks opposite me. We smiled at each other.
I got chatting to a lady on the train on the way back from London on Monday, talking about, she said, "Oh, don't see many people knitting." I was like, "Do you see people designing on the train? Because I'm trying to work out my next design and not doing what I wanted it to do."
Do you, you're obviously in the wrong place then, because lots of knitting goes on.
Yeah.
Right, so what do you now?
Acquisitions?
Where are yours?
Down there.
All right.
So we had one more day of Yorkshire Yarn Fest. We podcast on the Saturday and Sunday morning, didn't we? And then we went.
Oh yeah.
Went back. So we had. I bought just a couple of things.
Yeah.
I bought a bag charm from Unwrapped, which I've left at home on my bag.
Are you actually using it on your handbag?
I'm using it on my. I was using it on the bag that I had at Yorkshire Yarn Fest.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bag that I take.
Yeah.
I would generally take around, but it's mine was the white company baubles charms. And they're
Right.
beautiful. So I bought that. And I must have bought the books. I bought
Nordic
Knits and Memory Lane.
Both by Love.
But a lot of podcasters have been talking about them. So we'll take a bit of time looking at them, deciding which ones what we're going to knit out of it, and then come back when we've got a project and whatever I think to do a review. I bought both of them from Emily Folds though, so yeah. And then we were having one last look around, and I bought this for Simon. Although I've got another idea, and that this might be perfect for it. So saw this. I've not seen these people before. Rainbow heirloom, hand dyed in Edinburgh.
You haven't seen them before?
No.
They're at Unravel all the time.
Are they?
Yeah. Down in the basement, they have all the colours.
I missed that.
I don't think you've seen this yarn.
Heritage Light
Yeah, it's
is
beautiful.
the yarn I got, which is BFL Masham, which is one of my favourite bases.
Is it the same? Is it John Arbon?
I think it's Laxton's do that.
Right.
This is called, can you read that? Jules Sen, is that right? Jules Sen. Jewel.
I need the glasses, hang on a minute. Jewel soap.
But that doesn't look like a W.
Golden North.
That's a W.
C.
Ah, yes, Jewel C.
Golden North. Lovely.
That would go nicely with this. It would. So yeah, so either it will be a Simon, or it was bought for Simon, but I've had a couple of ideas.
That one is gorgeous.
So
it's brighter than.
I'm gonna, but they won't be until after those other two.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be my Christmas cast on, because I'll have finished the other two. We'll see. Yeah,
And
I love
then
those.
I got a kit from the Wool Kitchen, and this is their long zip yarn that you do the assigned pooling projects with. And the one that she recommended to me is Lotus Pool Shawl by Dora Does, which I've...
Is it crochet?
Yes, crochet, which I have purchased the pattern, and it is lovely. And I will start that at some point. And
I think that should be the next thing after you've finished your fade. Gorgeous, lovely colours.
And then Jo bought me this, chose this one for me from Beehive Yarns, which is on their Audrey base, which is just standard 75-25 merino nylon in the Stormy Night colourway.
I think there's a few sock patterns that will
work with that. It's lovely. Very me in the skein.
And then my other purchases are from Oxford Yarn Store, and then some things that I meant to bring last time but forgot.
We'll show the thing that you meant to bring last time,
Okay.
and then I can show my German yarn.
So I know that quite a few people who follow us follow Ruth Loves to Knit, and Ruth had bought some of these, and I just had to copycat because I thought they were so cute. They're from a company called Wild and Bear Fibres, and I got the little sheep progress keeper and a little embossed. See, it's got like a little. Is that the right side? No. It's got a little dandelion.
Oh, beautiful.
On it, and I thought he was really.
He's very handsome.
And then I saw this, and I thought this was really lovely. So it's a stitch marker keeper, and it's got a pin on the back.
So you pin it to
You
your
pin
bag.
it to your bag, and then hang your
Aw.
stitch markers off. And I
Lovely.
thought that was really cute. So I like the little tiny hints of red. See those? The little toadstools.
Oh,
That was really cute. And I used to make things like this when I was at school. Tiny little felt mice and things like that. And I just
Teddies to go
appreciate
in
with little
in a
jumpers.
matchbox.
I used to knit jumpers on hairpins. And And I think that just really appreciates somebody taking the time to make little sheeps. Yeah. So that was purchased from them. Wild and Bear. They got lots of lovely things on their Etsy shop. And then it was Oxford Yarn Store, Bird Street.
Crochet. But I purchased online. So I watched the knitting place.
Should we do this first and then?
Well, they were from. This was before. I thought we were doing.
Okay, fine.
Because what's the difference?
Well, we were talking about that.
You weren't. You were talking about the.
Okay, don't argue with you.
We weren't talking about it.
People don't want to hear this. Talk about something.
Yeah, so many people do watch the knitting place, and they were knitting a hat they called the Sparkler hat. It was a free pattern.
I don't know if it is a free pattern. Dinah's written the pattern.
No, it's a hat. It's called Hat in Yak. Is the pattern.
She was talking about it on this podcast, just saying that she'd altered it and she was going to write the pattern up.
Oh well.
Anyway,
and they use.
I don't remember what she said from the last one.
Lang Cashmere Light and these paillettes that you knit, and you knit these every other row.
Do you think it would be overpowering if you knit them every row?
It is. We also need 2 skeins. So
right.
if you use one ball, you knit every
How many meters?
It's 125.
Oh right.
112.
And you need 2 balls of cashmere.
Well, they're 100 and.
Oh, because it's chunky.
It's 25 grams. 85 meters. So I went.
So
I thought.
soft.
I thought there must be. I think it's 84% cashmere, or 88 and 12. No, because it's chainette. It's very springy.
Yeah. What size needles?
4.5 for the rib and 5, I think, or 4 and 4.5. And it's, so you can use any pattern, any pattern that uses those needles. And I thought to myself, I really like it, but I can't buy it from America.
No.
It's German, it's Lang. It must be somewhere.
Oh, I thought they were using the
Cardiff cashmere.
Not Cardiff cashmere. The cashmere lady.
Oh, Clinton Hill. Yeah, no, they're using this.
Oh, right.
And so I went online and I found this company in Germany called garnwelt.de. I'll just show you my address, but that's fine. I think it's on to. Anyway, garnwelt.de. We'll maybe put it so where I got it from in the pictures. And they had loads of colours of this, and I really like this chocolate brown. It looks grey on the camera. Where's the light, Joe, that you had before that showed the nice colour? But yeah. And
no,
so
it's not this, no, it's much more. Yeah, it's chocolate brown. It's chocolate brown.
And so I got those paillettes. So those are goldy.
You can see the brown more in that.
Yeah.
So this yarn is that
colour.
colour.
Yeah. So it's matches. And I also got another thing of paillettes on grey.
How much were the paillettes?
It was €7 something. The cashmere was just under €20 a skein. And then that doesn't make sense though. Oh, I paid altogether it was £45 because the shipping was €1.90 and it came in a week.
Oh,
it's from Germany. So I will be ordering from them again, I think. So it was £45.
They do all the Lang yarns though.
They did. I only looked for this, but they did, yeah. And I've been trying to find the paillettes for ages because they're not sold in this country. Or they are, but they're like
they'd sell
on
out
eBay
as well,
and stuff, yeah. So yeah, so I was very pleased with that.
Just at eBay, they're probably coming from Romania or somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm going to be casting that on soon. And then my plan had been to do a shorty pair of my Christmas socks with these paillettes. But I may just knit a pair, but it's not going to be part of the pattern because
you haven't got
I
enough time.
won't get finished. Yeah. So that was a little purchase of mine. And
but nice that you can use the internet to find
because I just thought to myself, it's got to be available to me in Europe. I shouldn't have to buy
that
European yarn from America.
Yeah, I've noticed that quite a few people have been putting on Instagram that the rules are changing and they're not going to be shipping to Europe from the UK. So I don't know if something's happening in the new year or before Christmas. There's something happening. I can't remember what it's called. But a few people have said that they're too busy to be able to wade through the new legislation. So they've turned off European shipping on their websites.
What, from America?
No, from the UK.
Oh.
So I don't know what's
so we're
happening with that.
okay.
Yeah, but I was just saying,
things
people
change.
have stopped buying things from Europe because I don't know if people understand when you get charged and when you don't.
I think it's £120 or euros, but
I don't necessarily if it's the price. If you buy something, I've heard about people who, when you buy something in the sale, it's not that price you're actually paying; it's the price of the goods before the sale price. And then somebody bought some trainers that were like £400 good euros for 99 or whatever in a sale, and then got charged so they made them a lot more expensive because they've got charged the duty on the full price.
But the
So
shipping,
just be a little bit careful, but you were okay if you only spend £45.
but the shipping from £1.90 for shipping, €1.90 for shipping, means that I'll feel like I can place another order.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not like trying to make it worthwhile, make the shipping
It's definitely
worthwhile.
worth going back and having a look to see what other yarns
what
sell.
they do. Yeah, so watch this space. I'm sure more will be purchased, and also that I hope to cast on. I hope to have knitted, maybe even finish the hat by the next time we podcast.
Well, if you're knitting it on 4.5mm and 5mm needles, it should be.
Just depends whether Simon calls me to knit him. Anyway, sorry to.
No, I was just confused. It's fine.
Okay. Now you can show what you bought at Bird Street Trunk Show, Oxford Yarn Store.
So I got a couple of things from Bird Street and a couple of things not from Bird Street. They had some new colourways on their Yak base, and I bought a skein of Lulworth.
So these are named after places they love, like lakes and
and this
seas
colour
and
is
stuff.
just beautiful.
And that's Lulworth Cove.
Lulworth Cove in Devon, and Daymar Bay is the other one. And I thought those two went really well together.
Lovely.
Don't know what my plan is. Maybe separate, but I thought they would complement each other. But this is gorgeous. It's when somebody said to me, "This is the skein you're going to want, isn't it?"
It's beautiful.
Yeah, some murky green in there.
Have you got some of the Yak that's this colour then?
Yeah.
Because I saw that and thought Joe would murky green.
Yeah, I've already bought that.
Okay.
And then I got a skein of black mohair, which the hat that I've knit, I was planning to knit with black, not the teal. And I was going to put that.
To make the colour work fluffy.
Yeah, but I completely forgot about that. But I'm happy with. I'm probably going to knit another one of those because I knit it so quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got a skein of black mohair, and then I got a couple of
I got one in there, haven't I?
Lizzie's
was my one?
I don't know. Lizzie's mum makes these glass
Is it that rusty one
stitch markers.
to go with this? Or did you not get me one in the end?
Whichever one you want.
Oh, could you pick them? Which one did you? I quite like the yellow one.
Yeah. So there's a whole like tub of them
just-
on the side, and you just pick your way through.
Yeah, lovely. So I obviously got my Simon yarn that day. I also bought a skein of
Sock yarn.
sock yarn that's coming up. I don't know what's happening. Oh well. This is Ken's, Christmas at Ken's,
Is it?
I think. Oh no. It's not Christmas at Ken's. It's Candy Cane Forest.
They have got Christmas at Ken's and Christmas at Barbie's.
I thought I wanted Christmas at Ken's. And then I chose, in the end, Candy Cane Forest.
And wipe that from your memory.
Yeah. Which I might knit a pair of my Home for Christmas. Because it's a similar variegated to the variegated ones that I knitted. That pattern is knitted in a tonal pine and a semi-solid, and then variegated.
The colours are beautiful.
Yeah, so that's going to be my Christmas sock cast on the 1st of December. And then I also got 2 skeins of burnt orange, is it?
You were sat next to that in the storeroom, weren't you?
Yeah, and I just wanted it. But what was I going to get to go with it?
I thought you had something already that you thought would go with it.
I've got like dusty aqua,
I don't know.
I think. Anyway, what I was thinking. Oh, navy cumulus. Navy fluff for a Simon.
Another sign.
Another Simon. I know, maybe I'll just do a cowl.
Maybe wait and see what the new one's going to be like in the new year.
And then at the last minute, I saw rose clay mohair, and I got 2 skeins because it's lovely.
It is.
And they just might be kept to, although.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll just do like a cowl, like just a tube knit.
With that, every other round would be beautiful.
Do you know, was it Loretta Road? What was the one that was? Did you do mohair?
Morton Street.
Morton Street.
Yeah.
Held double.
Yeah.
How much do you need though?
Well, you just stop it whenever you want.
I'll knit a little bit.
Also, the other one would work as that. The one with the lace that you like. The brown one. What's it called?
Brown one.
I knitted it in like a gingery colour.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale. That would work. That would work.
It would. You could do. I don't know. It'll be something.
So the only other thing that I bought.
Probably
is
brain
some books.
space will be a tube. It will be a tube.
Is some books, and then you bought me a present, and I bought you a present.
Yes, you did.
So
I'm wearing.
So I googled. So I was watching a podcast, and they were talking about Barbara Walters. Is it Barbara? No, Barbara. She's a knitwear designer,
Right.
and she's got a whole load of stitch directories in America.
Right. Okay.
Is it Barbara Walters? Anyway, they're really expensive. They're not in print anymore, and if you want a copy, you pay like £45, £50 for a copy. So I was googling knitting stitch directories, and this World of Books website came up, and it was buy 4 get 1 free. Buy 3 for the price of 4. 4 for the price of 3. 4 for the price of 3. So I went through and I picked some stitch directories, and these are all from the 80s. Harmony, the Harmony Guide, 2 of them are. Harmony Guide to Knitting Stitches, and volume 1 and 2. And they've got loads of really lovely things in. And I'm like, and they were like £7, £6 each.
Yeah.
And then I got this one, which was a bit of a mystery. It doesn't have an author. The Wardlock Guide to Knitting Stitches. And they're all like printed in the reprint. Oh, that was £4.95 when it was originally. That was published in 1983.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, the Vogue Directory of Knitting Stitches by David and Charles from Newton Abbot.
David and Charles, was the book I was in.
Yeah. So, and I was flicking through here. There's lovely stitch patterns, but I came across Andy McDowell modelling she had her name, Andy McDowell, from 4 Weddings and a Funeral, modelling a rather lovely jumper. But yeah, there's some gorgeous things in here, and I was like, I'm really glad I got those. So lots of inspiration, and but it just shows you that knitting does not change, does it?
No.
I mean, these are all from 40 years ago.
The reason I'm looking at my phone is because I think I had I can't remember if they're in this, on my Kindle.
Yeah, so I got those, and then should we show the? I bought you bought me this present. So Rachel got me a little present when she brought back from London, a little notebook with my name embossed, which is lovely,
From Moleskin.
and I said to my husband, "Look what Rachel brought me, it's so that you can't steal it." And he was like, "Would you think I'd really do that?" And I was just only joking anyway, but it's nice to have your name on a thing. And I bought these. Oh yeah. So there's a little shop in Bedminster where I live. And they sell jewellery from I think he goes to Bali to get stuff, gems and stuff. And in his shop, there's one cabinet which is half price. It's like obviously the things that nobody really wants after a while. Anyway, this and this were a pair of earrings. And Rachel was like, when I showed it to her, it's like, can you imagine wearing that in your ear? So I saw it and I loved the stones.
You know what they are?
No. Anyway, I got him to make it into necklace for each of us. So he took the earring thing off, fixings off, and he put a little loop ring and then this nice little open chain. We've got one each, but the stone is kind of navy and neutral, so it's a bit of me and a bit of Rage.
Mine's got a bit more navy in.
Yeah, and mine's got a bit more beige. I thought that was lovely.
Yeah, it's very lovely. Thank you, Jo. And it's a very clever thing to.
And he's such a lovely guy.
I shall wear it.
Yeah.
Cool. Think of you.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think it is.
So we haven't got any yarny stuff coming up.
No,
We haven't got any more yarn shows.
probably Unravel is the next, unless we go to
Waltham Abbey. So we've got. I'm not even planning to go yarn shopping in Florida. Just gonna knit. I've got loads of knitting I want to do. So the next thing that will happen will be the pattern release of the Sophie hat. So watch the space
and
for
the
that.
Christmas sock.
Christmas socks will come out. Then there'll be a test call for a couple of shawls.
Podcast hopefully December 18th, 19th.
And then we're together over Christmas, so we might have a little bit of a... We could do a Zoom.
Yeah, we could. And Mr. Bridgerton is coming out before Christmas. Yes. So...
Yeah, so lots of stuff happening, but maybe not so many acquisitions.
No.
And we...
And the cowl is running till Christmas Day. The gift-a-long. So please join in.
Yeah, and you have a chance to win this.
Yeah. And then we may have a little for our birthday sale, and then maybe a gift, maybe a 2,000 subscriber giveaway next time. Yeah. Cool. But thank you for watching. Thank you for
commenting on
liking,
the last,
joining in, liking, subscribing, and it's great to get to 2K. And we will see you soon.
Yeah, well, in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Cool. And while we're gone, happy knitting.
Yeah. Take care. Bye.